Buongiorno a tutti, io non parlo italiano, quindi allora in inglese. Good morning, my name is Javier Gonzalez, I come from Spain. I'm working for the Labor Foundation for Construction, which is a paritarian entity, let's say similar to Formedil, but we have some differences, but let's say that we provide training for the building industry. We take care of health and safety, and we try also to improve the employment within the building industry. And today I would like to present to all of you two new projects. They are initiatives to enhance the performance of the teaching professional within the construction industry. These two projects are two Erasmus Plus projects, and I'm going to start with the first one, which is named Co-Tutor. The long title is the systematic approach to enhance the participation of construction industries, the companies of the construction industry in the apprentices programs. The call, as I mentioned before, is an Erasmus Plus, is the key action 3. This is an action within the European Commission that support the policy reform, in this particular case, the vocational education and training. The duration is 24 months, and we have a budget of near 400,000 euros. This is the small but very good partnership. Let's say that this is a bilateral project because we have only two countries involved in this one, Spain and Italy. So we have, let's say, two bed provider, one in Spain and one in Italy, a Labor Foundation for Construction and Formedil, and then we have also a sectorial organization. So it's involved the CNC, this is an employer association in Spain, and ANCE here in Italy. So, main feature of the project, we realized that the employed youth with no study is more than 25% in Italy and in Spain. You know that we have a problem in the building industry concerning the aging workforce. Most of the people that enter in the training choose vocational education and training as a secondary choice, especially when they come to the building industry. The blurred intermediary body figure for construction sector, at least in Spain, I don't know exactly in Italy, but this figure is not very clear in Spain. We have several bodies, we have several entities, but this intermediary body is not clear. And finally, we know that 90% of the small enterprises have tutors that combine productive and training tasks. Okay? They say that they do the training tasks without knowing. So based on this, the project objectives, let's say that the big one is to implement action to get a higher involvement of small companies in apprenticeship programs. This is the global aim or objective of the project. But we have two specific aims. The first one is to capacitate employers association as an intermediary body. So in Spain, CNC, and here in Italy, ANCE. And a second one could be to get the small companies and best centers involved, motivating and supporting them to assign qualified tutors. Okay? That means to make tutors know that they are teaching. This is the project structure. We are going to define a strategic roadmap. This will be based on we are going to find out good business practices concerning apprenticeship in Europe. We are going to launch a questionnaire that will be answered by, I don't know, countries that they have already the apprenticeship implemented, like Germany, French, I think also Belgium, Norway, so on and so on. Based on this identification of good business practices, we are going to analyze the status quo of the in-company tutor both in Spain and Italy. And then the idea is to define a qualification of the in-company tutor in the building industry. That means the set of competencies and skills this professional profile have in order to finally recognize these skills and competencies. A very important part, as you can imagine, is the endorsement of this project and, of course, the dissemination and exploitation activities. So, finally, main outcomes of the project will be the influence in the policy scope concerning beta and training policies, the visibility of social agents, the sustainability of this new qualification after the end of the project, the improvement of in-company tutor situation. As I mentioned before, a lot of tutors are working as a tutor, but they don't know, and they are not paid for this job in most cases. For the first outcome, as mentioned before, we are going to define a roadmap, and this new qualification we are trying to get the social agents support and try to involve these small companies in these apprenticeship programs. The roadmap will give sustainability to the project and also will boost the collaboration and platform for these small companies. Concerning the improvement of ICT tutor situation, we will set the basis for highlight their relevance within the companies and within the BET system. And we will try to let the tutor not be a barrier to participate in apprenticeship programs. The idea is to make them to act as a bar or as a support for these training programs. So our target groups, of course, are the intermediary bodies, the in-company tutors, and finally the small, very, very small and medium companies. This was the first project, and then, as you saw during this first part of the presentation, the first project is aimed at tutor, and then this one is aimed at trainers, which is slightly different. The name of this project is Bus Trainer. Bus doesn't has to be with transportation, means build up skills, okay? And the long title is Building Up Green Skills for Trainers from the Construction Industry. This is another different call. This is the Sector Skill Alliance call. And the duration is 36 months, and we have a budget of almost 1 million euros. Of course, with this amount of money, the partnership is larger. So we have 11 partners coming from 5 different countries, from Spain, Italy, Portugal, Malta, and Greece. Main features is that this project comes from the Build Up Skill initiative. We realize a need. The construction sector needs to achieve the 2020 energy targets by promoting a strong, competitive, and sustainable sector. These are needs, clear needs, and some evidences. We need cross-cutting measures based on result of previous projects. That's why this project is based on Build Up Skill initiative. Some action that we can put into practice, so team up to undertake some activities envisaged to overcome a skill mismatch by means of train the trainers with green skill. Okay? Some background, as I mentioned before, the idea of this project appeared during the Build Up Skill exchange meetings. We are in this project, partners written down some national roadmaps, and we found out that something that was common was the need of train the trainer in this national roadmap. So finally, we prepared this bus trainer project in the Sector Skill Alliance call in order to deal with building trainers and cover these training needs on energy efficiency and renewable energy sources. Based on this, the project objectives are: the general one is develop and deliver a training system for vocational trainers to better perform teaching in sustainable construction. To do so, we are going to put into practice two objectives. The first one is to implement a platform to build community and support teachers in their permanent professional development. To make this sustainable, we are going to work out a new European sectoral qualification standard, the Green Bed Trainer at Construction, new qualification, following the European qualification framework and other tools alike that are available in Europe to work out this kind of qualification and standards. So finally, the idea is to train the trainers in green skills with the use of new technologies, especially for mobile devices. As you can see, this project has very strong connection with the SoMEx project that has been already presented. This is the project structure. We are going to define the construction sector training profile on green skills in the countries involved. Based on this, we are going to define the new qualification, the bus trainer qualification. The idea later on is to define the learning outcomes of green skills, because the idea is to have also training associated with this qualification. Then we are going to deploy all this training and system in a new app, the bus training system app. And finally, the idea is to have some expert validation and pilot trials with real trainers. Again, the endorsement is really important, and the dissemination and exploitation phase. So, finally, our idea is to have this system ready, the bus trainer system. So, based on this new qualification, the trainer and the definition of the key SC, this means knowledge, skill, and competencies for the qualification part, and the learning outcome for the training part, the trainer, through an ex-ante assessment or by training, will be able to get this new accreditation that we have named Green Trainer Tag. So, I repeat, the idea is that the trainer will be able to get this accreditation through showing their experience or by training, directly by using this new system, this new online system, through this new app. Also, it will be able, if they don't pass the exam through the training or through the experience assessment, they will be able to receive customized training to cover these training needs, and then again go through the assessment in order to get this new green tag accreditation. So our target groups are, of course, teacher of house building and civil engineering, craft teacher, and teacher of construction works. These occupations are according to ESCO, which is the European classification of occupation that now are actually under development. So this is the two projects. If you have any question, I will be pleased to answer them. Thank you.